Greetings to you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Here, still fairly early in 2022, I hope that this devotion finds you healthy and happy and whole. We're still early on in the season of Epiphany as well. And since coming back from our Christmas and New Year's holiday break, it's time to get things going again at the church. One of the things that I'm looking forward to getting back to is the book and brown bag class that I teach on Tuesdays from 12:15 until about 10 after 1. And it's time to start a new book. So I'll use this opportunity to offer to you and promote the next book. When I learned soon after Christmas of the death of Archbishop Desmond Tutu, I immediately began thinking about which book. I hadn't settled on one yet coming back, but I immediately knew that when I heard of this giant of a figure in both Christianity and particularly Anglicanism, that it would be important and a good way to commemorate him, honor him, and also explore a little bit more the great gift that he gave to us. We've read his book called Made for Goodness, which he co-wrote with his daughter Info Tutu. And this next book is also co-authored by Desmond Tutu and his daughter Info Tutu. And it's called The Book of Forgiving. This book, in some ways, follows his seminal work, No Future Without Forgiveness, which he wrote after his experience of chairing the Commission on Truth and Reconciliation, which was South Africa's follow-up to the end of apartheid. It was an extraordinary event for a nation to come together to talk about the wrongs, the injustices, and the way forward. And the only way forward was through forgiveness. In this book, he speaks about how no one is outside of deserving forgiveness, and there is nothing that cannot be forgiven. In this book, he writes this in the introduction, a little tease for you. There are days when I wish I could erase from my mind all the horrors I have witnessed. It seems there is no end to the creative ways we humans can find to hurt each other, and no end to the reasons we feel justified in doing so. There is also no end to the human capacity for healing. In each of us, there is an innate ability to create joy out of suffering, to find hope in the most hopeless of situations, and to heal any relationship in need of healing. I would like to share with you two simple truths. There is nothing that cannot be forgiven, and there is no one undeserving of forgiveness. When you can see and understand that we are all bound to one another, whether by birth, by circumstance, or simply by our shared humanity, then you will know this to be true. I have often said that in South Africa, there would have been no future without forgiveness. Our rage and our quest for revenge would have been our destruction. This is as true for us individually as it is for us globally. I know that this might be a book that I may have wanted for us to read during Lent. It's that Lenten theme when we really do focus on forgiveness. But I believe that there's no time better than the present, than the now, to think of ways of forgiveness. Whether we are in need of forgiveness or whether we are in need of offering forgiveness. Both are life-giving. In the introduction to this book, I came across one of my favorite quotes, a quote that I have on my office door and a quote I also have at home. Forgiveness is nothing less than the way we heal the world. I hope and pray that you might pick up this book, that you might join us at Book and Brown Bag here on this Friday, January the 14th. I hope that you will be on the lookout for a possible announcement from the church, because we're expecting some weather, some snow perhaps, Saturday into Sunday, and we'll be alerting you as to how that may affect our worship services on Sunday. So here, as we enter into this Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, as we continue our journey through Epiphany, and as we await the possibility of a little bit of snow, maybe more than just a little bit, I hope and pray that you are well and happy and whole, and that you will always remember that you are loved.